God bless you guys. So today I want to talk about how God builds stability inside of you. 2 Corinthians chapter 4:16 says, though our outer self is wasting away, our inner self is being renewed day by day. This verse reveals that there are two versions of yourself that's operating at the same time, simultaneously. It's your outward man. Your outward man is linked with your emotions, with excitement, with fear, with reactions, right? And then you have your inner man. Your inner man is linked with peace, clarity, with the spirit. It's anchored in God, right? So understand that the enemy will always try to use certain experiences, certain situations to stimulate your outward man in order to provoke a reaction that will lead you astray from the ways of God or the character of God, right? To provoke you to act carnally, fleshly, instead of acting spiritually. Now, this shows us that your outward man will always want to react, but your inner man will always want to govern. Let's take this deeper. The spirit within you is designed to perceive reality differently. It doesn't perceive it the way your outward man perceives it. For example, your mind can see problems, worry, stress, anxiety, danger, but your spirit perceives peace, understanding, clarity, wisdom, guidance. It perceives patience, stewardship, restraint. Why? That's because the spirit within operates with a different source, and that source is God. So as a result, your inner man functions as a stabilizer because of its source, God. Now this is why many fail. Many fail because of inner instability. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 16 says that he would grant you to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. So notice how Paul isn't praying for wealth. He's not praying for success. He's not praying for anything. He's praying for strength. Why? Capacity determines what you can safely carry. Capacity determines what you can safely carry. If blessings or opportunities arrive before your character is developed, then those opportunities or those blessings will end up being destructive. It'll end up being destroyed. Why? Because your character hasn't been developed yet. So this is why we must understand how God functions, God's method. What is God's method? God's method is capacity. Capacity leads to stewardship, and stewardship leads to increase, meaning that God needs to develop your character so you're then able to manage and steward what he gives you. Once he sees that you're able to manage, he then increases what he put in your hands. That's God's method. This is spiritual law. So if your inner man grows faster than your opportunities, you'll always be ready for them. You'll be ready when God puts you in front of an audience. You'll be ready when God puts you in front of a business deal. You'll be ready because your character has been developed. But if your opportunities grow faster than your inner man, you'll collapse. Why? Because you're not ready. You haven't been developed. So this is how God trains us to be stable. He trains our character, how to function with the spirit within, with the inner man, because that is what should be steering our entire being, because its source is God. And everything that God does when it comes to his guidance will always prosper. So when we work with God, we become partners with God. And in becoming partners with God, understand that you will not fail. You can't fail. You'll only win or you'll learn. God bless you guys.